My name is Mark Wandiaka and I'm the Youth Director for Hinton's Victory, Uganda. Today I want to answer random questions that have been asked. My friends have been asking me questions about my life with HIV, so I'm here to give answers to those questions. The first question is, how long have you lived with HIV? I have lived with HIV for 26 years. I was born with it, so I'm 26 years now. And so the virus has been with me for this long. What is the best part of living with HIV? The best part, let me see. The best part, maybe, it's going to be funny, but the best part is where people ask you to prove. Like you tell someone, I'm HIV positive, and they'll be like, what shows? Prove to me. I think that's the best part. The best part is that when you live with the virus and you know it, and you're aware that you're living with the virus, you get to start medication, and then the medication boosts your immune system, makes you healthy to the point that someone else can't believe. I think that's the best part, that you can live with the virus without anybody else knowing that you have the virus. What is the worst part of living with HIV? The worst part of living with HIV, the worst part comes when you try to deny it. Like some people get HIV and they get scared to tell their friend. They get scared because they have a lot of misconceptions about it. So that gap between acceptance and denial creates the worst part of living with HIV. But when someone accepts, it's okay. Like for instance, I've accepted a long time ago, and it is okay for me to have HIV. And the other worst part comes with the other people that don't know much about HIV, the people that know that they're not living with HIV. Those ones have the worst part because they don't know anything. And now they've created all these misconceptions around HIV so that in the event that they get HIV, they immediately dive into the worst parts. What misconception have you had about HIV? There's so many. One of the misconceptions is that HIV is AIDS. That is a total misconception. HIV is a virus that comes into our bodies and weakens our bodies and gets us to have AIDS. But HIV is not AIDS. So people can have HIV and not get AIDS, especially if you're someone that is cautious and careful about your health status. Like you go and have your blood tested every now and then, you're keeping yourself from getting HIV, you're educating yourself about HIV. Then for you aware that HIV is not AIDS. For instance, I've lived with HIV for 26 years, but I've never got AIDS. So this misconception that HIV and AIDS is the same, it's totally wrong. And I think it comes with our local translation of HIV, of the whole disease. They normally refer to people sick with HIV, people sick with AIDS. Like in our local language, we don't have, we have only one word that signifies HIV and then signifies AIDS. Like, and then they become a total misconception. They create a total misconception, which I think is wrong. HIV is separate from AIDS. People can have HIV and never get AIDS because AIDS is like stage 4, stage 6 of like in terms of cancer. So it's totally unacceptable for someone to get AIDS. How long have you been on ARVs? I've been on ARVs since I was 7. That was 2003. Yeah. Is there any side effects for taking ARVs? Not any that I know of. I've never got any side effects because of taking ARVs, and I've been on ARVs for a very long time, unless when you abuse them. Like when you don't take them according to how you are told, then there's some side effects. Like the body rejects the drugs and then you go on to the second line. But if your adherence is good, there is no side effect. For instance, I'm not hindered to do anything because of ARVs. I am strong, like you can see, I'm strong. And I go to school, I have a job, like I've had to do a lot of things like any other normal kid or any other normal person. And HIV or ARVs have not really been a hindrance to any of that. What is your dream? And do you think you'll accomplish your dreams? This is funny because I've had one dream since I was a kid. I want to be a president. And yes, my dream can be accomplished. What advice do you have for people without HIV? Now, the people without HIV, if the world is ever going to achieve a generation where there is no HIV, then people without HIV have to really come on board. First of all, you need to know more about HIV. Don't just get these hearsays. Get information for yourself. And now we live in a digital era where information is on our fingertips, in your phone. Learn more about HIV. Stop these misconceptions that you're getting because you've been fed immature information from somebody else. Get your phones, get on your computers, read about HIV, get to know about HIV, because it is from the information that you'll get that you'll finally get to learn that HIV is not as dangerous, and therefore you will not discriminate the other person that has HIV, and you will also get to know how you can protect yourself from getting the virus, so that when there is harmony between people that are living with the virus and the people that are not living with the virus will stop spreading. But as long as we have people getting misconceptions and they get scared because they have immature information, and they get scared because they fear to get the virus, so they will discriminate these people, there is always going to be conflict of who loves who and who hates who, and this will just keep the virus in circulation, because first of all, people will feel hated, and so they will want to revenge. People will feel hated, so they will decide to keep quiet about their status, and in the cause keep on spreading it to another person. So I think that people without HIV need to know more about HIV. This information about HIV is not for people living with HIV alone. It's for everybody. So please get informed about HIV. What advice do you have for young people living with HIV? Now, young people living with HIV, I know it's difficult because there is collision between the people you want and like you feel like they don't want you, or you feel like you're different. But that's not the case. My advice is that embrace what you are. Embrace what you have. It's not bad. It's like having a malaria. It's like having a cancer. Even cancer is too extreme. But it's just like having any other disease. Every person has bacteria that causes infection in their body. But if you have to treat HIV as a different bacteria, then I don't really see the reason or the cause. It's like any other bacteria. It's like any other virus. So let's just embrace it and know that we do not have a disadvantage. We have something that is normal. Do you think there will ever be a cure for HIV? Yeah, I know. When you look at history and the things that were not there and now, and the things that are here now, you have no reason not to believe. I do believe there will be a cure. In any case, I think the cure is already there. We're just waiting for the time for it to come out. But to answer the question, yes, I believe. Are you dating? Or do you date? Of course. Of course, am I not handsome? I like to think I am handsome, so yeah, I date. Even with HIV, yes, I've dated, and I've told people that I have HIV, and some have gone, some have stayed around. But yeah, I've dated. I'm currently not dating though. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to answer it. Thank you so much. May God bless you.